One day in 1973, two children who were vacationing at Lake Common, Sandown, Isle of Wight, heard something that sounded like an ambulance siren. Being curious, they decided to go see what was making the noise. What they discovered was an unidentifiable being that has been described as a cross between a clown, a robot, and an alien. Being the only two people that came across this being, many believe the children made the story up, but the children will always stand by how their story is true for the remainder of their lives. They named him the Sandown Clown.
Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Bazaar. I'm Jessica.
I'm Montana.
And if you're new here, hi, hello. So it's warming up outside a little bit. It almost feels like summer compared to what it's been. It's kind of crazy.
Wouldn't go that far.
We have so much snow that needs to be melted, so it's probably going to be a mess for a while.
They say it probably won't melt till like April.
Really? Well, it's probably a good thing that it melts more slowly. So anything new and exciting in your world? Anything weird?
No, nothing weird, unfortunately. My baby's 1 month old today.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Time flies, man. It's just going to keep going faster and faster. She's changed a lot in her appearance.
I know. I was looking at pictures maybe a week when we had her home, and then looking at her now, I'm like, what that? You already have like a grown-ass face. What happened to that baby face?
Yeah, I need to come over and see her again because she's so different now. But yeah, just one of the last pictures you sent, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so different. And like even her complexion has completely changed. But I mean, that's kind of normal because most babies have a little bit of jaundice, I think. But yeah, she's just a little head full of hair. She's such a cutie. Her hair is like, it's just the talk crazy. Of like everybody just goes crazy over her hair.
Well, there's two things. So people that first see her, they're literally like, oh my God, that hair. And then the second one is like, oh, she looks like Ryan. It's like always those two. I know, she's Ryan's mini-me. I got it. It's because of the hair.
She'll go through phases though, I think.
Like he was feeding her today. And like as he's feeding her, I'm looking at her and I'm looking at him. And like their hair was the exact same. Like because her hair is getting longer. So it like sticks up. And so it was his this morning. So I'm like going back and forth. And I'm like, this is frustrating. It's like he's feeding himself.
Aw.
Yeah. But we had our first month pediatrician visit yesterday, and she's hitting all her milestones, so that's good. She's healthy, doing good, so thankful for that. But
very good.
Yeah.
So I have a weird happening. Kind of scared me, honestly. And these days I don't really scare that easily when it comes to creepy stuff, but this had me spooked. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm opening some kind of portal or something that I shouldn't be. I don't know. My friend Rose is like, I'm worried about you. I'm not doing anything, but there's this weird feeling that I've been having for like over a week now. And I saw this, I don't know what the hell I was watching. And I realized that I say tinnitus wrong. I used to call it tinnitus, but I have tinnitus in my ears. I thought it was pronounced tinnitus, but I was watching a show.
It's not
about
tinnitus?
Apparently not. I don't know. I like tinnitus better than tinnitus. I think that sounds weird. But regardless, I have the ringing in my ears because I blew out my eardrums as a young lass following my boyfriends around at their concerts and shit. But I've been getting these weird, random, like louder, and it's usually in one ear or the other, where it literally is like, but it only lasts for like 2 or 3 seconds and then it stops and that's it. And when it happens, it's almost like I have to focus on it or pay attention to it. And it's happened like 2 or 3 times in the past couple weeks. And I don't know if it was because I was just watching, like I was looking up if there were any remedies for tinnitus. I'm going to keep saying tinnitus, but don't come for me. Just to see if there's anything I could do at home for it, because it seems like it's getting worse as I'm getting older. And because of that, my feed must have, the algorithm like made something pop up. And this woman was talking about how when you hear these certain kinds of sounds, it means that there's some kind of presence there, and or some kind of like, I don't know if it's like a ghost or like relative from your past that has passed on to the other side that's trying to communicate with you or something like
Mhm.
that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. And it happened to me last night. I was sitting on the couch and like just for maybe 3-4 seconds, it was in my left ear and it was like, and then it stopped. And I'm like, okay, who's there? But I wouldn't really think anything of it. But I was in bed one night. I can't remember which night this was, and I was just having this really weird feeling, like stronger than in most other days this week, that I don't know, it's almost like something's there. And I woke up and my ear was ringing like really loudly. And it just felt like something was there. And like I sat up and looked around and I just couldn't shake the feeling. And I was like, oh, it's nothing. Your drums are probably just dying. So I laid back down and then I thought, you know what? And a few minutes had gone by and I'm like, I'm going to see what time it is. And I looked at my phone and it freaked me the hell out. Just guess what time it was.
3 a.m.
It was 3:38 when I looked at my phone, which means it was probably like 3:30 to 3:33 when it happened, when I opened my eyes and sat up and heard this happen. So that really creeped me the hell out. But yeah, like I wake up a lot at 3:30 lately, and I don't know what the hell is going on. If anybody knows, any doctors out there, like, is it just my eardrum is dying? I don't know. That's probably what it is, but that was just so creepy, and the feeling that it gave me. I haven't been creeped out like that in a long time.
I mean, spiritually, they say when your ear's ringing, someone's trying to communicate.
Yeah,
But who's trying to communicate at 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah, it's been spooky. That's my story.
I mean, was it an uncomfortable feeling?
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it felt warm and happy by any means. It was uncomfortable for sure. But only that time. Like when I was sitting on the couch and it happened, it didn't really feel the same as it did, but again, could have just been the circumstances. It was middle of the night. I woke up to it, but I don't know. Something's haunting me.
I don't have an answer for you. We'll see how the weeks go.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated.
If it gets worse and worse. If it gets worse and worse, I'd like to know.
If it gets worse and worse, I better head on over to the audiologist's office.
Like we talked about the one time where you look more and more dead every time we come on here. So at one point, I'll just be talking to a skeleton. All right, I'm going to open my energy drink again for you ASMR people. I can't get it.
Fail.
Alani, sponsor me. We got cotton candy today.
Oh, that sounds so nasty.
It's not.
Ew. Cotton candy drink flavor. Blah.
Ugh.
Blah.
Listen, I don't make fun of you how you do your coffee. Well, I can't because it's kind of pretty normal, so never mind.
It's pretty much like you do it.
I know. It's like
maybe
it's
just
the
a little
exact
less
same
sweet.
way.
Yeah. Mine's
It's
a
the
little
exact
less
same
sweet
way.
though. Yeah, like both my sisters, I feel like they put so much sugar in their coffee and I just cannot. I put like a half a teaspoon in and that's almost too much for me sometimes. But at the same time, I have to put a little bit in because if not, like that bitterness is too much for me too.
The sweetener or sugar? Because I put in Splenda, like the sweetener flavor.
Yeah, but don't you also have flavored
Creamer?
Flavored creamer, yeah, which is super sweet.
I don't think it's sweet, but I also eat sweets every day. So I love sweets.
Yeah, when I used to come over there for the podcast and I'd have a cup of coffee, I'm like, dang girl, this is some sweetness.
I know, like the glucose test, everyone's dreads when they're pregnant, the really sweet drink. I'm like, okay, I could drink this every day.
Yeah, and you, I don't know, like even though you eat sweets, like the rest of your diet is really healthy. So it's not like you're just constantly eating sweets all day long. Or are you?
No. Some days. But you can never go a day without eating chocolate. Or you shouldn't go a day without eating sweets. Come on. Life's too short.
I do. I'm just not a sweets gal. I'd much rather torture myself with like a serrano pepper or something like that.
I feel like if you were a real vampire and you bit into someone's neck and then you could tell they ate too many sweets.
Yeah, I'd be the opposite of a mosquito. Like, I wouldn't go for the people with sweet blood. I'd want the spicy blood.
This person eats too much sugar. I can't bite them again. I can see you bitching about that.
But yeah, spit out their blood. Ugh, this is early onset diabetes.
I'm safe.
Walter Matthau, what is he?
Who?
Walter Matthau, the guy that did all the diabetes commercials back in the day, the testing strips. He always said diabetes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I'll have to show you. I thought I sent you a reel that was about that. It was like, what do you get when you eat all your sweets or something? And it's all the little guys from Willy Wonka. What are they called? The Oompa Loompas?
Yeah.
They're like,
I don't
what do you
remember
get
this.
when you eat some sweets? And then it shows Walter Matthau. He's like, early onset diabetes. Great.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll have to find it and send it to you. It's so funny. Oompa Loompa doopity doo.
What's the rest of the story? The song.
What's the rest of the Oompa Loompa song? I don't think
Yeah.
I know it right. It's Oompa Loompa doopity doo. I've got another problem for you. Oompa Loompa doopity dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. And then they go into the what do you get if your kid is a brat? And then I don't remember the rest.
And on that note, everyone's gone.
Bye. If you don't like my singing, bye. Nah, they're all over there singing with me.
You hardly sing. What are you talking about?
I know. I sing a lot at my house. I'm
At
always
your
singing.
house? All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready because this week I had no clue what Montana was going to be covering. This sounds very, very up our alley.
It's a cryptid story.
I've been in that kind of zone.
Yeah, but we can't talk about it, right?
Well, I mean, I suppose we could. It's not really a secret. It's just.
She's working on projects. That's all we got for you. All right. So this is the Sandown Clown. Do clowns scare you?
Not at all.
Me neither.
Not at all. I'd go right up to one and honk its nose. No, dolls don't scare me. Clowns don't scare me. I don't know what scares me, but it's usually things I can't see scare me more than anything. Yeah.
Anxiety.
I got anxiety.
All right. So the Sandown Clown, also referred to as Sam, the Sandown Ghost Clown, was a strange being, like I said in the beginning, encountered by two young children that were vacationing at Lake Common, Sandown, Isle of Wight, which is in the UK, in May of 1973. I think it's London. Don't quote.
Okay. I was going to guess like Ireland or Scotland.
I saw it was London. I'm sorry if it's not. You know, I'm always wrong, so.
Don't come for us. Love us.
I know. We've been watching a lot of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because it's on TV, and you know, when you're home during the day, you just watch like old game shows and talk shows or whatever.
Xena, the warrior princess.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
That was my go-to.
But every time they have the first question, you have to put in order to be on the show, like to be the person that's getting the questions. I'm always like, I'm out. It could be something like name the presidents in order, and they give you A, B, C, and D, and I'm like, I'm out. No.
I know. I wish that I would have taken more of an interest in history when I was younger because it really did not stick. That was one of the things
It still hasn't.
I know. And it sucks too because like Dominic and Tony both are really good with history. And I just feel like such a dumbass. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember much. It's really sad. Really sad. And even like with my Brazilian friends, like I can just tell that their education was so much better than ours is because of the things they know. They know so much about other countries and their politics. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I wish I knew more.
No, I feel stupid when it comes to that. And if I was to phone a friend, I'd phone my brother. My brother knows everything when it comes to history.
I would phone Tony for sure.
All right, I don't know how we got on that topic. Okay, so the Sandown Clown. So Faye, a young girl, She was 10 years old, was playing with a boy that was slightly younger than her. They didn't give the boy's name, and I don't think Faye was her real name. It's just what they called her. So the children heard a sound that almost sounded like an ambulance siren, so they wanted to check it out, you know, being two curious children. And as we talked about, children just aren't afraid to go adventuring. And they wandered across a footbridge over a stream, and that's where they saw the unidentifiable being. And the children... they described it as a cross between a clown, a robot, and an alien.
That is a very strange combination.
There's a lot of drawings online of it, and they're very interesting of how people interpret how they explain what the being is. Very interesting.
I'm going to look it up.
I'll let you look it up.
What in the heck? It almost looks like a
cross between a clown, a robot, and an alien. Doesn't it?
It kind of gives me, I don't know why, but Scarecrow vibes a little bit. It's like the Tin Man and the Scarecrow with a clown face or something.
Interesting interpretation, but I can see it.
Yeah, depending on the picture. There are a lot of different variations, it looks like, though.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe as I explain it more, you'll maybe think of how one drawing interprets it better than other ones. I don't know. All right. So as the children say, the creature opened the book it was carrying, because it had a book with them, and then it began to write. It turned the pages to face him, and as it pointed and turned to the jumbled words, like Faye read them out loud. And it said, "Hello, and I am all colors Sam." So it's kind of like all over the book. So I think this is how they interpret this sentence to be. So obviously it can write English, right? They said it was shy, but it was a friendly being, and it spoke kindly to them. And they spoke to it for almost half an hour, and then they returned to their parents. And then after this encounter with the children, it's never been seen again by anybody. Okay.
So that was the only encounter with it ever.
Correct.
Literally what you just said.
Yeah, these two children are the only people in the world that have seen this encounter of this cryptid.
That makes me very skeptical if this is actually a thing then.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fair. It's children's imaginations gone wild, or maybe something only children can see, but were they the only children that's seen it?
Yeah. Or it could have been somebody like making them think that it was something like that. I mean, my uncle, when we were kids, he lived right next door to my grandma, and I was out playing with my cousin one day, and you know, you want things like that to happen when you're a kid. You want to run into something cool that's like magical and whatever. And we were playing in the yard, and my uncle, I didn't know at the time, was down in the woods and started making noises like he was trying to communicate with us. And we were just eating it up. We're like, "Who are you? If you can hear us, say something." And he's like, "Ooh," he was like shaking the tree. And we were certain that it was something like that. So it's just that easy with kids. I miss that innocence, you know?
I do too. Like I said, you're less scared. If you and I were like frolicking through the woods and we heard an ambulance siren, be like, we both freeze. Like, what is that? I don't know. You go look. No, you go look.
Oh,
down through the window. Remember, ukulele sound, run. We talked about this.
yes.
We'd be like, Tiny Tim? Is that you? You're dead.
If you're still here, thanks, guys. We are very much on tangents today.
I can't do that as well as you. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, my. Tiny Tim. R.I.P. King. All right, so let's describe the alien clown robot. So it was over 2 meters tall, which is about equivalent to 7 feet in height. The Sandown Clown had normal human proportions, so 2 arms, 2 legs, and a round head with identifiable facial features. The being's head was described as being too large for its thin frame and shaped like a nearly perfect sphere. The skin was very white, that had the consistency of paper, which is kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, like paper mache. It was a mask. Somebody was running around wearing a mask.
Well, its hand and feet only had 3 digits, and its face seemed to have been like poorly painted onto the surface of its head. So like, meaning it had 2 blue triangles that seemed to represent the eyes. and a flat brown rectangle that served for a nose, and its mouth had thin yellow lips shaped like an oval, which did not move at all when it spoke or ate.
How the hell did it eat? What did
Oh,
it eat?
we'll get there. It did eat children, don't worry. And so its hair hung down beneath its hat in sparse, frizzled, reddish-brown strands. Sounds like a looker, man.
It's a hottie.
And it had 2 wooden antennas that stuck out from the side of its head, while more wooden slat-like antenna extended from its wrists and ankles.
Strange.
It's hard to picture, isn't it?
Very.
And then it seemed to be wearing some type of clown costume.
So did they draw it? Like, did they have an original drawing where they tried to portray what it looked like?
I don't know, but I assume so, because despite them probably describing the description, I feel like when they described it, I'm sure someone drew it, and then this is how it became like other people drawing it. Or they just went off the description. I don't know. But like, if you have a kid that's describing this to you, I'd be like, this is kind of hard to picture. You know what I mean? Because it's like kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Like his hands and feet seem alien-like, but his face and clothing is clown-like. And then like the antenna stuff seems so robot-like. So yeah, so it's like, which one is it?
It's a big hodgepodge.
Right. So like I said, it was considered, it seemed to be wearing some type of clown costume. And so basically they called it a clown costume because it consisted of a tall pointed hat with a black knob at the top and a high colored suit of red and green, to which the hat was at first attached but was later removed by the being to show its white and apparently balding scalp.
Sus fish.
It wore dark blue gloves, but its feet were bare. I remember it had 3 digits for fingers and 3 digits for toes. And then the suit's trousers and sleeves were long and frilly. And then whether the wooden antenna part was part of the costume or part of the body, no one knows. It also carried a microphone.
Boy, this is some cryptid. It's got a lot going on.
I don't think it even knows what it's going to be. Wants to be.
It wants to do it all.
But they believe that the microphone was the source of the ambulance-like siren heard by the 2 children. So
when did this happen?
1973. It lived in a 2-story hut or shack in a wooded area close to the lake, and it even invited the children to the large hut or shack.
Not sound good.
Come, little children, I take thee away. You've never seen that movie? Never mind. So crawling in through the flap, the children could see there were 2 levels of the hut or shack, and the walls were papered with greenish dial patterns, with the floors being metallic. And the hut or shack also contained rough wooden furniture, which was described as being similar to a table and a set of chairs. Just a ridiculous story. And then, like I said, that the thing's demeanor was shy, and it also was frightened of humans, it told the children, and it wouldn't be able to defend itself if it was attacked.
Because it's paper.
I know, like I'm picturing the skin, you know, with like premature babies, how their skin is almost like see-through. Like that's what I'm picturing.
That'd be cool. That'd make it more creepy, for sure.
I mean, this thing sounds creepy enough because it's like, what are you trying to be? It's like, are you an alien, but you're trying to disguise yourself as a robot or a clown because you think kids like clowns?
Ooh.
It claimed to drink water from the stream after cleaning it and gathered wild berries, which apparently was time to eat. So it was eating the berries, as you asked earlier. But how it ate was really weird, because that's the weird part. It inserted a berry into its ear and jerked its necklace.
Oh my God.
And jerked its necklace head forward sharply, causing the berry to reappear in one of the eye sockets. So through the ear, headbang goes through the eye. And when the creature jerked its head forward again, the berry now appeared in the mouth of its face before disappearing into a hole.
The hell? What's going on here? Is this real? Sit and make this shit up.
Sounds like it, doesn't it? Or it sounds like if there's a video of this, it's like me trying to explain my dreams to people.
Yeah, it's not where I thought this was headed at all. So he's like a slot machine in some way.
That's a good way to put it. Maybe you can win a prize.
What do you have to pull? Do I want to know? Probably not.
It's not Weekly Bizarre until we make at least one dirty comment. Probably not. It does have a large black knob on his head. at the end of his hat. So who knows? What you doing in London?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So to answer your question, that's how it eats, and that's what it ate. It eats through its ear hole.
Oh, this is great. What's next?
I like how you're talking about you're in a monster mood earlier, and then the monsters you're picturing is not how the monster I am describing. So, you know what? Oh, you don't watch Supernatural. Oh, this sucks. But let me try to explain this to you. So basically, there's an episode where it's at Chuck E. Cheese type of place, right? So it's a kid type of place, and on the wall they have draw your biggest fear. So the children draw like sharks or clowns or whatever, and they put it on the wall, and then it comes true. So it comes alive and then attacks somebody. So like one person drew a unicorn, and the unicorn attacked their dad, whatever. And so there was something like this where one was an alien, not an alien, a robot with laser eyes. So I feel like this is something a child would draw that would come alive, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's exactly what I'm picturing.
And I'm not so sure that's not what happened here.
This could be a supernatural episode. It's not, because I've seen all episodes, but this is what it makes me think of. So it's something that is just created by a child that would come alive and in the imagination of a child.
Yeah, and the fact that only the children have seen this thing, it's like, I feel like they just kind of let their imagination run wild, and here we are talking about it. Little slot machine, clown, robot monster.
I know, it kind of sounds like a horror movie. So
a really bad one.
I love B horror movies. They're so funny. So maybe it's just a B horror movie.
Have you seen the stuff?
Like, is that a movie or a substance?
A movie. Well, it's a movie about a substance.
No? Is it horror?
Oh, it's a terrible horror film from, I don't know, maybe the 90s. And it is, oh, you got to watch it. It's freaking great.
What's the substance?
The stuff is this dessert.
I know, because it's a substance.
It's a dessert. It looks like yogurt and ice cream kind of combined, but it bubbles up out of the ground and people start bottling it up and selling it. But if you consume it, you turn into a zombie.
So like froyo?
Kind of, yeah. And the whole slogan for it is like, enough is never enough of the stuff. It is so bad. It's so good. But the characters.
Seen this.
Oh,
heard of it.
My mom, she had some gems, man, back in the day. That's the only reason I know about it, is because she loved cheesy horror films. And that was one that my sister and I just loved watching over and over just to make fun of it. But there's a couple characters that just make it so great. It's so funny. And some lines that have stuck with me to this day. Like, they're so bad. It's great. You got to check it out. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
I know. Me too. Yeah. Because in the late 90s, early 2000s, me and my cousins, we'd go over, or they would come over to my mom's house, and we would bake cookies around Christmas time and eat pizza. And when the cookies were baking, that's what we would do. We'd watch B-horror films. And we've watched so many of them. And my two favorites is Motorhome Massacre.
Oh, that sounds great.
But every time it cut back and forth between this guy, he had the sweater vest on, and then it was off. And then he had it back on, and it was off. It was so great. And then there was one called Knock Knock. So every time the killer would come, he'd be like, knock, knock. It was fantastic.
Have you ever seen Thinner?
Yeah, the Stephen King.
I have not seen that. Tony has talked about that before, and I'm like, I don't know this one. I haven't seen it.
It doesn't sound like a terrible curse to me. Just kidding. Yeah, because it's a big fat guy, and he fart or something, and then he blames a gypsy woman, or he does something, right? That blames the gypsy woman.
I haven't seen it.
And then, no idea. Yeah, she touches his face with like her creepy finger, and she's like, thinner. And then he just starts losing weight like crazy. That's what she does. She's like, thinner.
Yeah, that's all I know, because Tony would be like,
yeah, you can't see us on camera unless you're watching YouTube. But yeah, I don't think he farted. I think that was like a joke in Mystery Men, but he did something and blamed her, and yeah. Her old straggly finger, her all crooked. And then he starts losing weight, and he's like, this is great. And then he just keeps losing weight, so he basically becomes a skeleton, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, it's a Stephen King book, and then they made it
I
into a
didn't
movie.
realize that was Stephen King.
I think that's Stephen King.
Yeah, I have no idea. I need to watch it, though.
I'm surprised he hasn't made you watch it, since he's always like talking about it, because you don't even know the reference.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised, too. There's that one he talked about, and then there's one that he always refers to. I think it's called Demonic Toys. Is that right? And I guess it's really bad, too.
Demonic. That's not the one with the puppets, is it?
I have no idea. I've not seen it either.
That might be the Puppeteer, where the toys kill you. There's so many.
It sounds like it could be. But if you haven't seen the stuff, watch it. It's so worth it. So worth it. Chocolate Chip Charlie. He's the best.
Chocolate Chip Charlie.
Yeah. Chocolate Chip Charlie and Mo Rutherford, baby.
Have you seen The Toxic Avenger?
No.
They just remade it with Peter Dinklage. Dinklage? Yeah.
I love him.
The movie is very gory. It's very cartoony gory. I don't know how to explain it. It's up your alley. I haven't seen the old one, but it's just, yeah. Man, I miss the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. So they don't have any movies based on this guy that we're talking about today, this cryptid?
Oh. I don't think so.
Because I bet it's cheesy as hell if they do.
I don't know. But they have a supernatural episode similar to it. I don't know. I also didn't look if there was a movie, so don't quote me on that. So where did I leave off? How it ate its berry? Yeah.
2 hours later. Get back on track.
All right. So they asked it if it was human. It said no. And then they asked it if it was a ghost, and it reported to have answered, quote, well, not really, but I am in an odd sort of way.
Yeah, he is a retired clown from the circus, and he's come up with this idea to scare children. So it's like the ghost of his years as an actual professional clown.
The ghost of aliens past.
He got bored after his retirement, so he came up with this to run around and scare kids.
Or he got kicked out.
Because didn't you say he had a bald head? Or was balding?
It was like, yeah, it's like sparse. So it had like the reddish, brownish type little hair.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bored old retired clown. That's my theory.
This sounds
Unsolved mysteries.
No. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like an It B movie. Because you've seen It, right? The movie.
I gotta be honest with you, I haven't. I haven't because I just don't like clowns. Not because I'm scared of them, because I find them obnoxious. So, no offense if you're a clown.
Ew.
That sounded so weird. No offense if you're a clown.
That's why I had to add the AO in there.
But no, I have not. My mom used to watch it, and it would be on, and I would like stand there and watch parts of it and just lose interest. So no, I have not.
Well, the old one was terrible. Everyone says the old one's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just boring.
Yeah, it couldn't hold my attention, that's for sure. And
right, and that's the same with me. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It was just boring to me.
Yeah.
But basically, I say it sounds like a B version of It, because in the show Derry, basically they make it, they call it It because they don't really know what it is, but they realize that it came from space, so it's an alien crash into Earth, and then it eats people, but it was trying to determine a way how to, I quote, fit in. And so that's how it came upon the clown, and that's how it got the idea. So it became a clown because he's like, well, children aren't afraid of you. Children like you. You attract children. So that's why it became a clown. And then it obviously eats children. But I'm just thinking like a B version, like this robot alien clown comes to Earth. And it's like, oh, children.
When did the original It come out? Was it in the 70s?
The movie?
Yeah.
It's late 70s, early 80s. And I'll look it up right now.
So this happened before the It movie came out. Because I was thinking that might not be a coincidence if this happened around the time it was released. It sounds like maybe they could have been inspired by that story. Or like
it's later
that scared
than I thought.
them.
1990.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, this had nothing to do with that then.
No. And then of course, too, it can change forms because it becomes your biggest fear, right? So it changes forms. It's not just a clown.
I wonder if Stephen King was inspired by this. It sounds kind of similar.
Well, I actually looked it up.
Oh, okay.
And then I quoted that it said King wanted to create a monster that embodied all childhood fears because King himself, he was terrified of clowns. And he reasoned that clowns were what children feared more than anything else in the world because of their white faces and bloody red smiles were terrifying. And even if adults found them funny, they're still scary.
I don't find them either. I don't find them funny or scary.
No, like I've gone to haunted houses where they just have a house full of clowns and people are like terrified. So they have clowns chasing you with, machetes and chainsaws. But I'm just like, it's a clown.
Yeah.
I think I'd be afraid more of Terrifier than it.
Probably. Yeah.
Because he's gory.
Yeah, he holds nothing back.
No. Okay. Its clothes were tattered and worn, so they asked about his clothes, and then it said that it's the only clothes it had. And then all the other questions the children asked this thing, he just answered. I don't know why I keep saying he, but I just get he energy. But I shouldn't gender. Whatever. So basically, I don't know why I'm having trouble saying the sentence. So the children, every time would ask it more and more questions, it just replied with, like,
I wonder if this is some homeless dude.
It's a lot of work for a homeless guy for free.
True.
I'm just saying,
True.
It's a lot of effort. So basically, after this encounter, it vanished, like I said, never seen again. And then when Faye told her dad what she saw, he actually didn't dismiss her story because in October of 1970, his father saw cherry red balls of light blazing through the sky when he was driving, and he said they were able to keep up pace with his car. And then a few months later, they showed up again, but glowing yellow this time, emerging from beneath the waves as he stood pinned to a rocky outcrop by an unusually wild incoming tide down in Compton Bay.
Hey, where's that?
I'll tell you. I need an assistant so bad. Compton Bay. It's in the UK. Yeah, it's in the UK. Okay. And so this is what he said. Quote, I get the impression that Faye was somehow taken into a bubble of alien reality created by this strange personage. I had just made the hut. Also, Faye told me that whilst talking to this ghost, 2 workmen nearby were repairing a post. They paid no attention to the weird charade as though they could not see it, end quote. So there are several explanations. There are several explanations as to what this could have been. And these are their theories. So one of them includes a human wearing a costume. As you said, a homeless person.
That's my guess. An old retired clown.
Which homeless isn't the right word anymore, and I can't think of what the word is.
Oh, yeah. Let us know.
I'm gonna look it up. I gotta be politically correct, okay? Okay, so the new terms for homeless is unhoused and houseless.
I like homeless better.
Isn't it the same thing as houseless? All right, so a person that has a home or not, dressed up in a costume. I don't really think that's the case. No.
That's what I'm going with.
A fairy.
A fairy?
Fairy.
Okay.
Ghost.
That'd be a weird ghost.
I don't think it's a ghost. Because ghosts would be undead. And I don't think if this thing was real, I don't think it's undead.
Yeah.
Like a zombie. Like I don't another type of paranormal or supernatural creature. So like what they call cryptids, right? Because I can't really explain. How I said earlier, a robot, an extraterrestrial, possibly wearing a costume.
That'd probably be my second choice.
I'm telling you, probably got kicked off the spaceship, trying to be the B version of it. And children aren't going to be afraid of it, even though there are children afraid of clowns. A hoax, a shared hallucination, and then the most possible explanation, the creature was made up from the kids.
Yeah, that one too. I forgot about that one. That could be my first pick. It just sounds, I don't know, it sounds like children pieced this together, in my opinion. It's just all the different aspects to this one being. I don't know because I'm not the best mom now in the aspect of if that's what my daughter saw and came back and told me, it's hard not
to believe it. Like, I don't know. It's just where I'm not going to be good when it comes to a child's imagination, because some of the things I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not the best at that. I'm a pretty gullible person.
I can be. It just depends on the situation, really. But with this, I don't know. It just sounds like children came up with it. And the fact that only these children witnessed it, I don't know.
I don't know either.
And it's been a long time since this happened, too. And if nobody's seen it since, it's kind of questionable.
Yeah, and then the BUFORA, so the British UFO Research Association, first recorded the details of the encounter after interviewing the two children. So no spacecraft or terrestrial vehicle was observed at the time of the incident, and only the children saw and spoke to the being. So its shack had vanished. Before further research could be carried out, and workmen near the site reported nothing out of the ordinary. So they didn't see anything. But the children were insistent that this encounter really happened for the remainder of their lives, and their parents initially disbelieved them, but when they continued to talk about the encounter in vivid detail, the BUFORA was contacted by the parents, and all the details were logged into the archives. So that's the Sandown Clown, or Sam the Sandown Ghost Clown.
Sam, the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And
that can write
berries.
English.
That can write English, that eats berries through his ear. Yeah, not what I thought was going to happen today.
The things you Google when you have postpartum insomnia.
What's my excuse?
What are you talking about? You have... Oh, that's true. You've done some really bizarre ones.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think that children made this up? Do you think that it's an alien with a bad disguise? I don't know. What do you think? Like, what would be your number one pick?
Alien wearing a clown costume.
That'd be the coolest, for sure.
I mean, if their story never changes, that's kind of one thing. You know what I mean? Like, the story stays the exact same. They don't. It'd be interesting if you interviewed the children separately. And if they had the same description, if they had the same thing of exactly what happened, I feel like that's different, especially if it never changes. But they are children, so it's hard not to be like, okay, your imagination is good, but it's your imagination.
Yeah.
But why has it made it this far? Like, why is this actually a thing? You know what I mean? They created it into a cryptid. So is that another reason that it could be real, because they turned it into something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery I can't unsolve.
And it could be a hoax. It could be all the above. Who knows? It was a very interesting cryptid, so I had to do it. We haven't really done a cryptid.
Yeah. What's wrong with us? Like, we need to get it together. Well, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. We really appreciate each and every one of you. We just posted an announcement on our Instagram that we hit over 800 followers there. So that is so cool. We're just thrilled about it. It's huge for us. Might not be to others, but it's really huge for us, and we really appreciate you guys. So thank you for the continued support there. Thanks for listening to us every week. But you can find us on all the social medias at Weekly Bizarre Podcast. You can email us at weeklybizarrepodcast@gmail.com. If you have any listener stories, we would love to do an episode on that, because we've never really gotten to do that before. It'd be fun. We love reading other people's stories and kind of bantering along the way. It's kind of our strong point, I feel like, with our podcast. So yeah, if you have any stories you want to share, send them our way and we can do an episode about it. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/weeklybizarre. It's $5 a month. We have some plans in the works for that. We're not exactly sure, but we do want to kind of make some bonus content for you guys to make it more worth your time and support. It really does help support us even now, and just listening to us, just watching our videos, our reels. It's all part of supporting us, and we appreciate it no matter how you're supporting us. So thank you again. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the warm weather. And remember, if it's weird,
we're going to talk about it.
Bye, guys.